All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Richmond, the final race of the regular season. Hope you're all having a good day. And I'll tell you, I'm going to be interested to see how these drivers' days are going to be going after this race is over. But yeah, welcome to the Cutscene Relentless Racing. The Cutscene Sleep Relentless Racing League with Ancient World Gaming. And tonight, the Cutscene series is at Richmond. The Extreme Scoring 225. Got about a minute and 40 seconds left in the practice session. And, I'll tell you one thing. Colt Curry. I know we talked about him quite a bit last time. There's been a little bit of hype around him. Some of it's generated from certain people, some the others, but, put it this way. He was not doing good at all in the start of this season. Was struggling. Was not finishing well in the slightest. I want to show you guys something. So here's the points as of the moment. All right. Let's just take a look at these real fast. The battle for the regular season championship is going to be close. Ethan leads Kewins by 8 points. Definitely a margin that can be picked up in a race. The people that we're most concerned about is, I would say, 14th and lower. Here's why. Because right now, one winner is outside of the top 16. That is Justin Malarkey. Connor Darnell would be the next closest to fall. But yeah, I think he has a good enough lead to where he'd stay in. Now, looking at this, Jonathan Nance, he needs to advance either with a win tonight or, passing Connor or Kevin. Now, if he passes Connor, I think that would be interesting because, say someone else wins, right? Say Colt wins, or Fassenbender, or Mike, or Bo. There could be a few good guys that are knocked out. So, you're going to be fighting for everything. Nance and Dinger can get on in on points. Kevin Jordan has a pretty decent lead. It's going to be tough. Jonathan Nance is fine where he is as long as someone below the cut line does not win. Fassenbender would be a stretch to get in from where he is. So I'd say anyone below Malarkey needs a win. I mean, they could technically score on points, but it's not the most likely scenario for sure. The only negative with the sound that we have right now is that does not capture qualifying sound too well. Bucher goes out first fastest. Always been pretty good at the short track, Zach has been. Tony Frey goes up to first. Colt, we're on board with him. The fastest practicer, Bobby Rafferty, will take first. Colt second. And they are both over a tenth above third. Ooh, he smacked the wall. That's going to be the end of Colt Curry. Jeff Medlin times in third. And, racing has a funny way of things, I've noticed this happen on so many occasions where the guy that you had a problem with starts right by you. Well, guess who's starting right next to Curry? Nothing than Bobby. Kewins pops in second, so yeah, it was a Colt and Medlin side by side. And perfect. Just stay the way it is, and it'll be racing's way of drama right away. Barkley goes in seventh. Tim Harmon just finished his run. Matt Richmond won his way in yesterday or last week, so he'll be safe tonight, but would still like to get a little extra bonus points to be in a better spot once we're in the playoffs. He's moved himself into 7th fastest, Barkley 5th. Ethan going to be running the purple car rest of the season. Is going to be 3rd fastest. And right next to Kewins. And I'll tell you, Kewins and Flanagan, Hurry and Medlin starting right next to each other. It's going to be a wild start, I'll tell you that much. Kevin Jordan pops in 6th. And I think that's going to be all for qualifying tonight. I don't know if anyone else is going to be going, so we'll get our national anthem going. And we'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming,
whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming,
and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right. Just waiting on everybody to get up and get grid. Should be getting ready to go. Here we go. Bobby gets the pole. Something he is definitely used to doing. And this front row, I'm just going to say this, be braced for some chaos. Alan Kewins is going to be 2nd, Ethan 3rd, Colt Perry 4th, and Jeff Medlin 5th. Kevin Jordan 6th, and Justin Barkley going to be 7th. Tony Frey 8th, and Matt Richmond 9th. Fassbender 10th, and Nance 11th. 12th, Zach Bucher. 13th, Bo Dinger. 14th, Matt Forns. 15th, Mike Simone. It is going to be a 16th starting spot for Chase Harden. 17th, Andrew Kolb. 18th, Tim Harmon. Davey took up 19th, and he's not going to be racing. So 20th is going to be Eric Warman. 21st is going to be Michael Giberson. 22nd, Stephen McComas. And rounding out the field, as per usual, Connor Darnell. He hates qualifying. He's allergic to it. 22 starters, 225 laps at Richmond today. The stages are going to be 60 and 140. So we're going to have a really short first stage and then a really long second one. Definitely going to have to pit that second stage. If the cautions don't come out, it's a short track. Cautions typically do happen more frequently than normal tracks, but you know, there's always exceptions to the rule. And we got someone joining with us. I believe this is Davey. Hello, Davey. Just in
Hey, Joe.
time. All right, how you doing tonight?
I'm all right. I had to speed to get some dinner and run back and get in here in time, but it looks like I made it just as they're rolling off.
You did. I think you're adminning to do tonight, aren't you?
Yes, this will be great. I've only done this once. It'll be fun. I'll try not to black flag anybody.
So, I'm just going to give you the scoop right now. There are people that have had problems starting right by each other. So hopefully we don't have any early race shenanigans, but it is possible. But there's
I mean, it
guys
is a short track, so I'm expecting something to
cautions.
go wrong at some point for somebody.
I
But that's the
mean,
joy of being up here. I don't have to. It's not gonna be me. I just
the
get to enjoy the view.
the Cup Series last season. I just gotta shut Steam off really quick because it's popping notifications in my face. So there we go. The one thing I noticed last season is they were very clean. Not the same this year. It's been a lot more chaos.
It has, but I feel like this is one of those tracks, one of these short tracks, Iowa being the other, that I feel like can turn out to be a lot cleaner race than we kind of imagine, simply because it's so wide and the braking points aren't as severe as, Bristol or Martinsville.
All right, well, pace car is
Green
off,
flag, green flag.
and time to get going at Richmond. Good start for Bobby. Immediately going to clear. And, this oval refresh, it seems like it's really going to be bottom dominant tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really raced on anything other than Talladega with the new refresh, but I've heard people talk about the fact that the multi-groove racing really has gotten better, but I'm not sold on Richmond being one of those tracks that's going to see a massive difference. You might be able to go up A lane, but I'm not seeing a top groove work out here very well.
I heard someone talk about Iowa. Now, Iowa, it was either a bottom lane or a top lane track. It really depended on what car you were driving. This is probably the most similar track to Iowa, albeit much more of a tight track than Iowa. You're not going to run the top at Richmond, like by the wall.
You could. 3 and 4 was kind of at Iowa is up in the air. I've seen people rock it on the outside, the inside. Richmond has always been kind of a low lane track to me, and it's relatively. Well, we're getting close.
Yeah, 3 wide.
It is. But this track is relatively smooth. Iowa's drawback in a couple of its turns is that it gets bumpy, and you can't use certain lanes super easily. But this track is at least smooth all the way around.
Yeah, what I've heard with some of the oval guys is they're saying that typically the bottom seems better, but it's not like someone did a really good example of Chicagoland where they said the old strategy for Chicago, if you're doing a 30-lap race, was 15 on top and 15 on the bottom. But now it's going to be more like you're going to do a bunch of laps on the bottom, go up to the top for maybe a few laps. Once the top starts feeling crappy or you're starting to lose time, then you come back down. So it's probably going to be more bottom dominant, but you're going to see more spurts of people jumping out trying to find time.
Yeah, I think you'll find people that try to, just once a blue moon, switch that groove up, see if they can find the track that's a little bit cooler, grab some more grip, and maybe earn a couple spots that they couldn't do before the refresh.
Yeah, if you take an example, like look at the difference between Bobby and Ethan right now. Bobby, he's pretty low down there, but you see even Cohen's back there. Cohen's at that time where he's just about half a lane higher.
Yep, I mean they could be trying to put air on the nose for all I know, but it seems like they've kind of singled out in a lot of places. I'm back here with Thorns, Harmon, and just outside the top 10, and I feel like they're all just biding their time, and it's a long race, so I can't blame them for wanting to chill out a little bit.
All right, well, highest mover right now, Tim Harmon and Eric Warman, both near the rear of the field. Big faller has been Jeff Medlin, down to 9th place, down 4 spots.
actually towards the back. I'm not sure if it's on purpose or not, but I can see some people already searching for some different grooves. I don't know who this purple car is in the very back, but they've run the high line the last couple laps in both corners, so
Purple
who
car is
knows?
Mike
Maybe
Simone
they're
in the
finding
back.
something. He changes his car every week. I never know which one's his. It's always well done, but it's a different car every week.
I like that.
It's very modern NASCAR of him.
I think that's what he's going over his lake speed. I think. I
Could be.
think that's his car. Gonna have to ask him later, but I'm 95% sure it's that.
Now this is our last race before the playoffs, right?
That is correct, yeah. And there's a lot of people who need a good race or just need to win. First person that needs a win is Colt Curry. Kevin Jordan doesn't need a win, but he's definitely not in a good spot.
Did we
He's
take the top
14th,
12 in Cup? Refresh my memory.
16.
Ooh, 16.
Kevin Jordan's 14th right now. Kevin's in a place where the only way he'd be in danger. I mean, it's really hard for him to be in danger. I mean, as long as he can get two good stages, I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, I think that's the big change up I see from Xfinity to this is that they have they have one more stage than we do, a little bit longer race, but that's 10 more points that someone can grab. That really, I mean, honestly, if you win both stages, that's a solid 20-point boost. And then if you've done that well, I'm going to assume your race is going to end pretty well. So you could see, who is it? Malarkey is right there. Malarkey, Fassbender, Simone, Chase, Colt, like none of them are too far out. With a good race and some good stages, I think you could see the bottom part of this change pretty well.
Yeah, the one person I am focused on for today is Jonathan Nance. He is in not an enviable position. He's in 15th. However, Malarkey is below the cut line. He's not here today, so he's going to stay below the cut line. So that that immediately knocks out 16th place. He does have a lead over 16th place.
Yeah, what is it? A
However,
solid 17 points. That's a good bit.
yeah, but two stages could knock that out. So the one person he's really racing tonight is going to be Bo Dinger. You could save maybe Fastenbender too. Bo Dinger is right behind him, and Fastenbender is in 8th, but still out of the points for the stage.
I mean, Nance has to hope that even if he does not get stage points, he just has to hope that Dinger also does not get stage points. But if he can stay, I mean, in this spot right here, they're running 16th, 17th, it looks like. If they can stay around each other, Nance should, I'm sure he's sweating, but he'll at least be safe.
Yeah, and Fastenbender, he's in 8th right now. Maybe he'll end up like, I don't know, like 6th
That
or
should
something
make
like
Dinger sweat a little bit because he is in that area of getting stage points, we're early, but has the potential to get a really good finish if he can keep it up there.
that. Fastenbender, though, at 292, he's pretty far back. It's much more unrealistic for Fastenbender. I mean, he can do it. Wouldn't say his odds are the best, though.
I think he could catch Dinger for 16th, but Nance's only real big issue I think is going to be just Bo.
All right,
But everyone else is sitting pretty.
let's see what Bobby's doing. See how Bobby's navigating this track. Yeah, it looks like he's just going so slow on the bottom. Wow. Keeping it in 4th gear, not even using 5th. And he's having a Sunday drive in that car right now.
I mean, fresh air is king. I'm excited to see if anyone gets to his bumper. Like, do they use that second groove? Can they get to his outside? Can they, maybe with getting air on the nose and the oval refresh of the track being a little bit cooler up there, does it make passing a little bit easier? Ethan seems like I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but he seems to be riding a little bit higher in 3 and 4.
Let's see.
1 and 2, solid. See, he kind of diamonds or comes up off the bottom, kind of mid-corner. At least he has while I've been watching him.
He's
Bottom, and then shoots it up a little bit. Like, I don't know.
seems like his corner entry's quicker. Seems like
Yeah,
he's
but I
missing
feel like
his
he's
braking
losing a
points
lot off.
lately.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see if he's trying to, like, maybe diamond the corner, get high up in the middle, and then kind of get, like, a straight shot off the corner. I know that works at some tracks. Okay, he's getting in it.
Yeah, I think also he's trying to keep Kuhns behind them because they only have an 8-point gap between them. So, what kind of camera is this? What is going on here? That ain't good. Guess it got knocked off or something.
Is it on the wall somewhere?
It's inside the barrier.
Oh yeah, then someone just knocked it too hard. I'm sure someone by now has snagged the wall somewhere.
And we're about halfway in the stage. So, I doubt pit stops are going to be happening.
Yeah, I'm not sure on
'Cause
fuel mileage, but I would think they can probably make it this first stage.
well, you're in the race right now. You can just pop in your car real quick and just tell me like what the estimated laps is for fuel.
I can't like because I race in VR and I'm doing this on like my normal monitor, so my rig's not hooked up, the VR's not on,
Uh,
steering wheels. Yeah, that's gonna be a whole thing. Maybe I can PM Isaac or something.
all right,
Who could tell me he's good at this fuel mileage stuff?
Tony looking to get around Barkley. Lean around him.
I've seen
Yeah,
Colt and Kevin battling a pretty good bit here for a
yeah.
while. I know Colt's itching to get some more points, get some more stage points.
Stage points aren't going to do it for him. He needs a win. Kuhn's finally under Ethan, but not able to complete the pass. Looks like Ethan is defending high,
Yeah,
which
I mean
good
it
idea.
works. It's smart. Yeah, keep that. If you can pinch him down off the corners and make it to where he doesn't get that runoff, can't get to the wall.
It's much easier to do a pass on the inside in 3 and 4 than 1 and 2. 1 and 2, it's just you can't get any kind of run if someone's on
Yeah,
top of you.
yeah, that outside wall just pops up so quick, which I think is the most deadly part of this track. Is people will come off two, give it more gas than they think they need, and it's just they bounce off of it pretty quick.
Bobby Dont running away though. He's doing quite a good job staying ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Bobby, I'm watching my rear view. Don't get me wrong, watching my relative, but with these two fighting like this, I can save my tires, chill out, and then if someone gets to my bumper, then I can start pushing it a little bit, use the tires up. But I think right now he's pretty safe.
And we're not going to be seeing lap cars for quite a bit. McComas is the last car on the lead lap, but he's still got a good probably 10 seconds on Bobby.
Yeah, stage is at 60.
Yes, it is.
Yep. So yeah, about halfway there. I don't know. Like we'll see how bad if the tires fall off at all. Honestly,
Yeah,
or whether anybody can actually catch them.
runs at Richmond can go really long once everyone gets spread out like this. I don't think it'll be like this the whole race, but I think everyone's at least being a little bit chill for the first part.
Yeah, I'm seeing some people, get vaguely loose on exit. I can see some rear bumpers starting to snap, but everyone's done really good so far, keeping their cars under them, watching the throttle control.
Bucher looking high on Barkley. And gonna cut down low on him. He's gotta clear him though as he goes in the corner. I don't know if he's gonna do that. No, he won't. Stay side by side with him.
Yeah, I mean, if he can stay up here and dive in, yeah, well, he's getting closer. But as you overdrive it and put it into Barkley is the problem.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit of a block pass. I mean, luckily these cars aren't as sensitive. He would have spun himself out in some other cars.
More than likely.
Bodinger.
I like seeing. By the way, I love that Pepto Bismol car, that pink and yellow. Love it. I'm actually loving seeing Richmond up here because he won last week and secured his spot into the playoffs. He was
He
good
did.
regardless, on points, but it was cool to see him get a win. But this is a completely different track, and he's still running top 10. Looks like he's going to make a move on Barkley here in a second.
That he will. Looks like Barkley's really falling back right now.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's going on, whether he's just chilling or maybe didn't make maybe hasn't figured out his line yet. Got the brake bias right.
Just checking the chats real fast. Come on,
Yeah.
guys. Let's see what you got in the chats. Come on. Don't be afraid. We'd love to see what you have to think.
And here you have Harmon. He's going to go below both these guys.
Yeah, Harmon
He's
might be
shooting
able
up into
to
the top
sneak
10.
it. He's just on the bottom, though. And yeah, Barkley's on the struggle, but ooh, big loose for
Yeah,
Harmon.
Harmon got loose. Richmond just about knocked the wall down. I'm telling you, it's dangerous out of 2.
Yeah, and, we got to run 60 laps on a tire run. I'm actually curious to see what the fall off is right now. Last lap time is 22.2. Third 22.09, set by Ethan. The last lap times were 22.7, 22.8, 23.0s. So for Bobby and Kewins, there's only been 0.6 of fall off. So not a really bad fall off.
Yeah, it's not awful.
And Bobby looks like he's driving pretty much the same as he was 20 laps ago.
Yeah, I'm
Bobby's
waiting to
just
see if we see him move lanes any. I mean, honestly, there's no point because he's just smoothly
Jordan
running out front.
made his
But
way up
now
to third.
he might. Who's he catching up with? Is that still Kewins?
Kewins is in second. Yeah, Flanagan's falling back to fourth.
Oh, McComas. That's who I'm thinking of. Ethan didn't hit the wall or anything, did he?
Car looks clean. I think he's just overdone the car a little bit. He was definitely overdriving it more than Bobby was.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's a weird entry. I do feel like he's kind of overdriving it a little bit and killing that right front, just because you don't really see cars enter so low and then push up the track. And he's done it nearly every lap that I've been on him. So I worry about what that looks like.
Yeah, he
I
is.
do hear him shifting though.
He is like 2 to 3 tenths slower than the leaders right now. Jordan right now is actually the fastest car on track. Actually, Rafferty is, but Kevin Jordan's second fastest. Only a few guys still running 22s.
Yeah, I don't see. I don't know. I mean, I'm thrilled that it's been as mellow as it has been.
Yeah, what's worked
Because
for you?
yeah, I mean, I'm over here eating fries, drinking a Coke. It's great.
Here's the thing, though, it's not going to be mellow like this forever.
No, I mean, I think especially once you get later on into the race, it'll get worse. But with 225 laps, they have a while of just kind of chilling out and keeping their cars together.
And what I'm curious is if we're going to have to do a green flag pit stop for that 80 lap run that we're going to do. It's actually going to be more like 75. So the fact that no one's really come in, it's telling that they can at least make it 60.
Yeah, pretty comfortably, it seems like. And that's the joy of doing this, is that I don't know. I mean, I haven't raced the cars, haven't asked anybody, so it's just a surprise on whether I figure out what they're going to be able to do. But Bobby is about to lap McComas. He'll be the first one down, but at least he'll have Lucky Dog, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, but
And McComas is nice, lets him by, no problems. Love it.
where's Mike? So, I mean, got about a straightaway lead.
Yeah,
Mike does.
15 laps. Well, we'll see. Well, I mean, McComas is obviously praying that he doesn't catch him.
I like the front of his car. It looks like one of those. It looks like that Cadillac from that free road content.
Which one?
The
Which car?
CTS, I think.
Whose car?
The Cadillac. Hang on, let me
Oh,
look.
which car here? Which driver?
No. Like no, that front end looks like the Cadillac in iRacing. The
I
Cadillac
have not noticed.
CTS-V.
Yeah, it's
Kinda
the car
looks
we
like
race at Talladega and turn the lights off and everything. Love that car.
Oh, really? The last
And,
time I remember
ooh,
driving it, I drove it at Sandown. That was an entertaining experience.
we got fights back here in, I mean, what is this, 12th, 16th or something like that? Chase, Fastbender, they're too wide. I've seen some bumping and grinding as they were, 2, 3 wide for a sec. I'm curious if that
Warman.
ruffled any feathers.
Yeah, gets ahead of Fastbender. Fastbender's really dropped, and he has damage on his par. You can barely see it, but
Ooh, Chase, calm
good.
down. Sending it. I'm not sure if that was a good send or a bad send.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
not tear the wall down.
yeah, you notice that fast emitter does have a little bit of right side damage on the front of the car.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm hoping. I mean, with it being a short track, as long as his toe link is good, I think he'll be all right. Aero, I wouldn't super worry about here.
Can
But
still
these
hurt
cars are
you though.
fragile with the toe link.
Can still hurt you. Yeah, 10 laps to go in the stage. Bobby continuing. He's led every single lap. So, Cutscene gonna be happy.
That's a solid 10 points. I mean, I don't think he needs them, but who doesn't love stage wins?
Yeah, Bobby's a little bit too far off to really compete for that regular season title.
Oh,
Um,
Chase. Oh, sideways as apologies go on the radio.
but
We're so nice to each other here. I love it. At least so far.
it looks like Kewins and Flanagan are going to stay the same, so it's going to be a 6-point gap now between Kewins and Flanagan.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tight race. And what is it? It's 10 or 15 points for regular season champ?
Um,
It's a good jump. We didn't have this last year, so I'm glad that we, reward the person who gets the regular season championship. I feel like it's well earned.
yeah, it's going to be a close one, definitely.
That'll at least get you through the first round with really not much to worry about. And then Rafferty and Barkley are tied
Mhm.
for third. Well, this is gonna be a good little series.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this too, the upcoming races. We got Michigan and Atlanta. Ain't too bad.
Nah, I mean, again, it'll be interesting with the refresh to see how if those tracks change. And I'm pretty sure is it New Atlanta or old Atlanta Cup races?
Old.
Yeah, okay, good. Because Xfinity's doing the same deal. I was kind of thrilled about that. I'm not a fan of New Atlanta in the least bit.
And the other one's going to be Michigan.
That's a good draft-heavy track. I mean, it's obviously not Talladega or Daytona, but you'll definitely see people working together to try and draft down those long straights.
And we have a road course in round of 12, Buckland's Land, so that's going to be interesting.
Love it. And I think it's the same for us. It's the Glen and Fairgrounds.
Yeah. Round of
What
8
a
is in
what a
Wilkesboro.
back-to-back. That's
Okay.
gonna be that. That'll be the one to throw people because it's two track types that aren't as raced and are stark opposites of each other.
I think Wilkesboro should be the cup race. Not the cup race. It should be the cutoff race.
I will always be a fan of Talladega Daytona being the cutoff race for the regular season.
I've never been a fan of the playoffs in real life. Um, never have, never will be. But it does put on some entertainment, I'll tell you that.
I love it. We've been to. Not sweet. We've been to the Daytona race every year the past couple years when it's been the cutoff, and it's been fun to go to. We've enjoyed it. I'm kind of sad it's not going to be there anymore.
What about Martinsville?
Oh, I hate that track.
What? Hey, hating on Martinsville for?
I don't know. I'm not a fan of short tracks in general. But at least I don't know. It's never been my favorite track to watch, especially with the next gen car. The racing's just never been good.
Fair enough. Andrew Kolb going to be the lucky dog. Bobby winner of stage 1.
We have a good fight back here for 7th, it looks like. 3 cars battling it out.
Yeah, Colt needs every point he can get. He'll beat Frey out.
The yellow flag is out.
And Medwin will get that. Actually, no, Bucher will get that final stage point.
I gotta fix some chat stuff.
All right,
I
who do
don't
we
even want
got?
to mess with it.
Who do we got in here? Tom Stanley, CW Racing. All right, yo, CW Racing. Yo. T-Stan, Gross, Davey.
What was that?
Tom Stanley don't like you. Here's your regards.
No. Thomas loves me. Get out of here.
Thomas, so who do we have for favorites? Joe Dips says Dinger is his favorite. Davey doesn't like short tracks. Yeah. Shocker.
Yeah, I mean, that is not. Yeah, that is not. That is pretty well known that I am not a short track person. I'm just happy to be done with them when the race is over.
In terms of favorites, if I wanted to go with probably what we've gone off so far right now, probably Bobby. He's
Yeah.
been looking real good. I mean, Kewins, I'm interested to see what he'll do because Ethan and him were battling for quite a while, so it really did give Bobby an advantage.
To like scoot out of there. Yeah.
If you're looking for that person to maybe get in on a win or secure it right at the end, it's either going to be Jordan or Curry.
Honestly,
All right.
I love the idea of someone getting in on that last race. Like, I think that's entertaining, which is probably why I like the Daytona Talladega stuff so much. Because it really is like a who knows what's going to happen type deal. But even on a track like this, if you have a couple of late cautions and the field gets bunched up at one too many times,
For sure.
you can see some drama.
All right, time for a break. We'll be right back on the Southern Broadcast Race Network.
Been the first thing that's really worked for me to put me to sleep.
Helps relax me when I'm trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade. You guys give it a shot.
It works! It works! It's good!
Just try it.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit extremescoring.info today.
All right, back on the Southern Broadcast Racing Network. Bobby going to lead him down. Davey said that should probably be able to make it on this stage to 140, but it's going to be getting maybe a little bit more hairy. Here we go.
Yep, it'll be close on this run if it stays green, but it seems like they can make it this little jump. But that's
Good
assuming
move
it's
by
green.
Colt to cross Kewins over.
But can he
But he
keep it?
blows the corner.
Yeah, he'd have drive it in pretty deep to not have Kewins just get ducked back under him again. And Ethan's about to pull under Bobby. It's the first challenge we've seen for
Oh,
Bobby
we
all
gonna
day.
bump him. Gonna give him a little bit of a bump.
They're close.
Just a little contact. Everybody's fine.
Everything's fine. No, now it's not fine. Not
Oh,
fine.
and there goes Colt into the sunset.
Oh no!
Bobby around, and Medlin will hit the wall. And I think now is the time where the calm is over.
Yep. If I was not In here, I would have already been flying to mute some people. Tippers have definitely overflowed a little bit.
Ooh. Yeah, Bobby, pretty much.
I felt
I
like he didn't
mean,
hit that much.
I'll tell you this. I'm an Ethan fan, but yeah, goes in there the first time. Definitely overdrove it just a little bit. Wasn't that bad. Gave him a nudge. The second time, though, pretty much overdrove the corner and took him out.
I mean, but Jesus.
There was an incident
Sorry.
up front too.
Yeah, I'm just going back and watching it. I'm having to like mute people. It's just drama filled. I love this. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we saw Ethan driving that line a lot, and I'm not saying it was a super great line because it just looked like he was overdriving it every corner. That's great when you're alone, not when you're fighting for the lead and on the bottom.
Kevin
Um,
Jordan and Matt got into it too. Kevin Jordan just went under and didn't even notice Matt was there.
yeah, I'm trying to see who all got some pretty hefty damage out of that. Ethan is clean. Bobby might have a little bit of damage, but I don't think it's anything terminal. Medlin might be a little bit messed up. And then who's that? Kevin Jordan? You said?
Kevin Jordan got a black flag.
Yeah, Jordan looks like he's
Um,
pretty messed up on the front end.
Medlin had a meatball, but Jordan's black flag is not a meatball. I believe it's a black flag. He must have sped or entered a closed pit or something.
Yeah,
And
he's not piping up and asking me anything yet. Um, so I have to go back and look.
I am wondering how Kewins is because Kewins did get tapped in the rear, but I think he's okay.
Maybe close pit? I don't know. That's strange. The one person that's happy about all this is probably McComas, because
Yeah.
he did not pit on that last run. He got his wave around, and I'm pretty sure right now he is thrilled that he can go pit, take fuel,
Bobby's still on
get
pit road.
tires.
He needs to leave. There he goes. I'll tell you, the happiest man in Richmond, Virginia, right now, Colt Curry, because he
Marcus
just
Kevin
got
Jordan.
he just got his biggest competition taken out.
Yep. And Kevin's car looks hurt. I don't see anything weird about him getting a black flag.
Yeah,
Um,
it's still not going to run good though.
nah, I think realistically, him being up front is slim to none, which
Um,
sucks. But you know, short track stuff, I guess.
now he's still in an okay position.
Kevin,
Considering Nance is in 10th right now, still not having a good day in points. Kevin did get stage points, I believe.
he
So
might have.
I think he might be in the playoffs barely. As long as Nance doesn't win the race or get stage points and then finish really, really good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Um,
We'll see. I mean, honestly, we might see another tango here with Colt and Ethan being on the front row.
Ethan's gonna give Colt room.
Ethan better give the majority of people room after that deal with Bobby, because that was not great to do.
Yeah,
As soon as you get beside the guy.
Green, green, green.
I mean, here's the thing. I know Kewins isn't gonna really drive him good, but I mean,
Really?
yeah, he doesn't want to be behind Colt. I know he's been working with Colt. You know, him and Colt been working good together recently, but you know, Ethan got the good run, and I think he's just gonna chill behind Colt now. And I mean, if Colt can't run quicker than Ethan, I mean, Ethan's gonna try to probably pass him. But I know if it comes down to it, he'll probably let Colt stay in the lead. Tony Frey going to get around Kewins, and Ethan would probably love that right now. Ooh, one car really
Oh,
loose up high. That's Barkley.
Yeah, Barkley's up. Yeah, Kevin's black flag was for passing under yellow, but I didn't see anything fishy. I just think he couldn't get his car turned and on pit road correctly.
All right, that's in a top five. Oh, man, Tim Harmon doing good today. So is Bo Dinger. Bo Dinger,
And Bo needs a good run.
he needs a good run, yeah, because Bo, right now, I mean, he was in 16th. He didn't score stage points that time. But he is running better than Jonathan Nance, I believe. Yes, he is. Oh, Jonathan Nance! Slow on the track! Oh boy, I gotta rewind. I gotta see what happened here. Did he just get
He
loose?
just got a
Yeah.
little bit loose. I mean, it's like we talked about this track. I mean, it really can bite you coming out of two. The car comes around quicker than you would think it's going to. And I've heard these cars are snappy normally, anyways.
Now, Bo Dinger right now, he is 17 points behind Nance. Dinger needs to get as much stage points as possible here.
Yeah, he's got to get something.
He needs to have this long run in mind. Even being in 6th, that's only 3 stage points. That'd put him at a 14-point gap. I mean, you still got to beat the guy by 14 positions at that point.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to ask for.
Right now, he is 14 positions ahead of Jonathan.
I'm curious to see how Bobby marches through the field, or can he march through the field?
He doesn't really have any much damage.
Yeah, like his car's pretty clean. I'm just curious how his car handles in dirty air, or how long it could take him to get back to the front. I don't doubt he can get there. It's just how long does it take?
I doubt he took new tires.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either. It'd be a bit early to take a second set.
I mean, his tires are going to be a little bit worse than everybody else's.
Oh God! And he actually pushes up into
corner.
Oh, he's spinning.
No!
Oh!
Oh, Bobby, don't get wrecked. Okay.
He is hot right now.
Yeah. He I don't know if it was Connor that came down on him or he went into Connor.
It looked like he drifted up a little bit, but then he drifted up, got on the brakes, came back down, and I really don't think there was anywhere for Forns to go.
Yeah.
He was just there.
Yeah, Bobby. I don't think we're gonna be able to see that stream once it's over.
Nope, I wouldn't. This is why I don't stream. I don't need that being public knowledge about what I say.
Fair enough.
Especially during a bad race. Nah, I'm good.
Now, Rafferty down pit road again. Does he have? Yeah, he has a meatball this time. So.
That could be tolling because he hit that left front pretty good on the inside wall.
And he's gonna go a lap down.
Yep, and that gives Kevin Jordan one of his 2 laps back, I think.
Yep, he has left.
He is gone.
So that's Bobby out.
I mean, honestly, he's safe. He's in the playoffs. Your car's ruined. Why sit here longer and keep getting mad about things happening when you can just leave and chill? I don't blame him at all. I think I did that when Xfinity was here earlier this season.
Bad luck,
I got into a wreck and just left.
Dominated the first stage and.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I guess he has that going for him. At least he has, he got some good points with the stage.
He'll probably end up getting passed by Barkley though in the string of things. So he'll probably fall back down to 4th, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, so if Barkley can put together a strong stage and finish well, yeah. Because I'm not sure Barkley got any stage points the first time around.
Didn't Coons win this race last year here? My sleeper is Colt.
You said Coons did win the race here last year?
That's what Tom said.
My sleeper is Bo. I like Dinger. I feel like he runs really good. I'd love to see him come up here and get a win in.
P-Stan. You would be an Ethan fan, Joe. You and him drive the same. You're not the first person to say that. How many wrecks does Ethan cause per race? Should be a star. Come on, bro.
I don't think it's that serious. A couple seasons ago, sure, that'd be a funny stat to look at. I feel like he's been a lot cleaner this season than previous seasons.
He's been good. I mean, it's not.
And I feel like that's been a talk like a good bit in the league that he's really cleaned up how he's raced compared to previous seasons.
I mean,
Which
he's
honestly, I
gonna
love to see.
He's gonna be aggressive, and I like that. But unfortunately, my experience, personal experience, is that sometimes it doesn't work out too good. And
yeah,
he's trying to get around Bobby and just overdrove the corner a bit.
Yeah, That was
It happens.
less than stellar, but I think as an overall product, there's been improvement. And I haven't had a chance to really race against him. I think I've only raced against him in like the All-Star race last year, and that was it.
Bobby in chat, I 1,000% give up. Well, on the bright side, Bobby, you are in the
You're in the
playoffs.
playoffs.
Yeah, I know
We
it
have
sucks.
we have a 2-week break. That's nice to chill out.
I know it
I'm
sucks
looking forward to that.
to get wrecked from the lead, and you were definitely probably the #1 car out there. But
Yeah, I would say so. That was my favorite to win.
oh yeah, my favorite to win too. It's unfortunate, just guy overdrives the corner and takes you out, but you know, it's short track racing. Stuff like that happens. I mean, you're still third in points, man. You're a threat every week, so don't
I would take the 2 weeks,
don't be down on yourself.
chill out, relax. There's no reason. I mean, you can do the All-Star race next week. It's for fun and all that stuff, but just take the 2 weeks and chill.
I know you're hot, Bobby, right now. I mean, I can only imagine what words were being said in chat, but things happen like that. But there's always next week. You know what you're capable of doing. Just like Davey said, just chill, and hopefully next week will be better. We got Richmond and Atlanta coming up, so
Michigan and Atlanta. But we're back green. Ethan, he's hot on Colt's heels. I wonder if he is more. Oh, Colt gets kind of sideways. I wonder if Ethan's a little bit more. What do you want to call it?
I'm going to tell you
Calm?
this right now. I'm going to tell you this right now. Ethan is not going to pass Colt.
You don't
He's
think?
not. No, he's been working with Colt. He wants Colt to win.
I would say he probably does want him to win, but Ethan also. And they're not teammates, right?
No, they're not teammates, but they've been working together.
Yeah, if push comes to shove, I see Ethan wanting that win more than he wants to see Colt get that.
Honestly,
but Colt's kind of overdriving the corners. I think he needs to. I mean, maybe, like I said, maybe this is part of the refresh thing that I didn't figure out because I've not run this car or this track. But like I've seen a lot of drivers drive it in really deep and then push off the corner. It looked like a lot. But Tony's right here. I wonder if Tony bides his time, because I've seen Colt get loose a couple times. Ethan is still doing that like push up in the middle of the corner, so I know Tony probably is wanting to put his nose underneath, but I think he understands the danger in it.
Bobby says the person to win is in a back. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Bobby, I actually did comment on you earlier in the race. I went on board with you and I went on board with Ethan. And I was like, yeah, Bobby's corners do look way slower, but, you were driving away. So
yeah, I think Bobby was doing a lot better job of saving that right front.
Yeah, he was having
which I think was Ethan's
entries.
detriment.
Because I could tell that Ethan was coming in much faster into the corner. Bobby was coming in much slower, but in overall lap time, Bobby was faster. And, also that we saw Ethan, tires were 89, right front, 88, right rear. Yeah, that ain't too bad.
Yeah, I'll take even wear all day.
And then, keep in mind, Ethan, too, he did, eventually fall back to, like, 4th, I think.
Yeah.
Hewins, I'm really interested to see what happens with Hewins, because he was battling with Ethan for a good amount of time, which definitely did not help him catch Bobby. So I'm interested to see what Hewins is going to be like on the long run.
I mean, again, I think after that wreck, we lost a couple of drivers and some heavy damage, but they're kind of chill. I don't know if Tony means to be that high up in the corner, but I've seen him shoot up a lane or two, maybe trying to find that fresh asphalt, a little bit cooler temperature.
And Bobby, if you want to, if you want to pull who was it now? Neil Bonnet. If you want to pull a Neil Bonnet or something like that, you're more than welcome. Come on up here. I know you got that gig on Tuesday now. Heard you did well with Isaac. Didn't really watch much of the truck podcast because well, I was not a happy camper last night.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch the truck race back yet, but chat was pretty hot. Um, I guess it was a pretty active race last night.
Yeah. Me and Sean Pointer, we were having a good old time.
Where was it
Together.
at? What track?
Nashville.
Nashville Super Speedway?
Yeah. Me and
Yeah,
Sean
that's a good track.
me and Sean Pointer were having a good old time. I got a 4 wide pass done, and then car got loose and took me and Sean out.
Yeah, I
But
heard
overall,
there were a couple
overall, it was
things
a
that
pretty
went
good race. Overall, I mean, I bet it was a pretty good race to watch.
I don't know. Ethan kind of fell back for a minute, but now he's hot on Cole's heels again. He's getting a better, looks like a slightly better run off the corner than Colt is. But again, it's still kind of early in the run, so I wonder if that kind of goes away with time.
I just read what Ricky Bobby said, and I don't even know what that says.
Oh God, I need to pull up chat.
I'll tell you, it's pretty much just a big long snake right now, though. No one's really doing anything right now. They're all just kind of chilling out. We got 3 wide here, Kevin Jordan. Looking on Horns and Warman, but Kevin Jordan's still a lap down. I mean, he's not really under any pressure to pass anybody. Probably chilling out
I think
right
he
now.
was pretty thankful for that one quick caution, just to get that first lap back. Being 2 laps down is kind of daunting.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
feel
Kevin
like you're never
Jordan,
going to get it back.
he's
but if we
still in
can-
a decent spot.
Yeah, I mean, 100 laps in, stages at 140, so there's still a chance someone else can put a lap down.
Gunn has gotten himself back up to 12th, and him and Barkley way up the racetrack. Still, he's gotten himself in a position where he's at least closer to Bo Dinger. Bo Dinger still in 6th with 3 points. Barkley gained a little bit, coming down a little bit lower.
Yeah, it's nice to see them trying to maybe search for a different lane, trying something different. And because if you're running, if your times haven't been great and you're already kind of in that mid to late pack, why not try to search for some more speed elsewhere?
We got Rafferty picking Coulter, Tony.
I would like, because on the long run, no one was even close to Bobby. So it'll be interesting to see if this run goes the whole distance. Do we see as much separation in the front as we did when Bobby was leading?
So who are
now? There's none.
Who are the 2 bad boy racers, Ricky? In your opinion, who are the 2 bad boys? I'll tell you, Ethan is just right up Cole's rear right now.
He is right. If Colt even lets off the throttle a little bit because he gets loose, Ethan's going to run him over. He won't have time to stop. Colt has to be perfect.
I mean, I know people are going to call me crazy. I don't think Ethan is going to pass Colt.
You think he's going to play defense against
Yes.
Tony and whatnot?
Yes.
Maybe. I might call you crazy.
Who's that guy in 12th? Jonathan Nance? Really? Why'd you say Jonathan Nance? I don't know. John hasn't really been a bad guy. I mean, if anything, he's the one that's gotten wrecked all season. I mean, you take Nance, who was top 4 driver last year, won a bunch of races, and this season he's struggling to get in the playoffs. I mean, he's just He's barely limped his way in the 15th.
Yeah, it's crazy to see how up and down seasons can be just because, bad luck on getting stuck in other people's wrecks and nonsense and whatnot. Because you're right, like Nance wasn't he a Final Four driver last season? Or close to it? I know Harmon was, Angel was, who else?
Ay. Okay, that's enough chat for right now. That's enough chat. We're going to ignore that for about 10 laps. You know what? Let's go on board a Colt. Let's see what Colt's doing here.
Praying. Hoping he doesn't get hit from behind.
He's not shifting in the 5th, which is interesting.
Yeah, it really is varying around the field a lot.
Wonder if Ethan's shifting in the 5th.
He shoots up the track. I don't know. Part of me thinks he might be, just because he's still kind of struggling, like getting the car stopped going into the corner. At least that's what it looked like.
Ethan drove the corner a little bit over there, but he does gain time on the straightaways. Let's see if he shifts back in the 4th or 5th this time. One thing I'm actually interested to see is like what's the steering between Ethan and Colt. Practically similar.
Yeah. My screen sits a bit far back, but it doesn't look too different from one another. The shifting would be the most interesting part for me.
Shout out to Tim Harmon. He's gained his way up 13 spots. Running a good race.
Yeah, just chilling out in 5th, just watching. I mean, he's not falling behind. I think he's just biding his time.
Yeah, running really good this season too. In 8th spot, he's probably going to pass Warman for 7th. He could even pass Andrew Kolb for 6th in the points. Tony Frey might have something to say about that and might leapfrog him, but they're all going to be finishing pretty good. But yeah, I mean, if we don't see people pitting around 40, I think, or not around 140, around 120, I think it's going to be pretty telling that there's not going to be any green flag pit stops.
I think if they were really concerned about it, you would have seen more people pit on that caution, because that would have given them maybe a couple more laps. But
Yeah.
I think we only saw a couple, so I think it's safe to say that they're going to make it pretty easily. Maybe that caution is what they needed to save enough fuel to get to the end.
Yeah, and for those wondering about Holt, I think he got like 4 pit points or something like that. And if he were to win this, he'd get 8, so that'd be like a total of 12 or something like that. So, Colt was at 281, so that would boost him like 30 points. He would still be 20 points behind Nance.
Yeah. He's done well. This has been a long run. They've all done really well. Again, we're not seeing the separation we saw before. Ethan's gonna kill that right front. I think you're gonna see Colt kind of slip away now, because I think he's been more gentle on the tires.
Yeah, and Ethan, he wasn't good on the long run last time. So, we'll see what happens to Ethan, and maybe Tony will be able to do something. We're halfway through the stage. We'll be right back from the Southern Broadcast Race Network.
first thing that's really worked for me to put me to sleep.
Helps relax me when I'm trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade. You guys give it a shot.
It works! It works! It's good!
Just try it.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit extremescoring.info today.
All right, we're back. Colts still leading, and I don't think many passes were made while we were gone.
No, it's still pretty tame. About the same distance between the top 5 that I've been watching for a bit.
Yeah, let's see if anyone else is kind of farting around. Got Nance and Barkley close to each other. Probably the closest battle on track right now. Other than, oh, actually, we got a pass. Mike Simone going under Fassenbender.
Hey, Barkley and Nance had a moment a little bit ago. They got side by side and kind of rubbed bumpers a little bit, and there was some unhappiness, but they kept it together.
Mellon going to get around Fassenbender too. Nance and Barkley going to go after it. But way high it goes, Barkley.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to make sure they don't make that contact again and get people upset. Smart of them. I mean, you're racing for 10th, 11th. Nothing really to big gain or lose here. At least for Barkley, he's set. Nance wants this spot, and he wants it pretty bad. He just can't get around them. That high line is so difficult to get around.
I doubt that stage points are going to be in Jonathan Nance's future. You'd love them,
yeah.
but you ain't going to get them.
Yeah, we got 10 laps left until stage, so yeah, I would be shocked to see him gain that much room or that much space in such short a time.
Yeah, we got 30 laps until stage.
30?
Yeah, we're going to 160. I'll check it again just to be sure.
Richmond, I thought it was 140.
Oh my God, it is 140. I'm blind.
I'm about to say you were, because I got to close pit road. I have to be right on this. You're going to yell
That's
at me if I
140.
Barkley it up.
I don't know where I pulled 160 from. Nance finally gets around Barkley, so yeah, I mean, Dinger and Richmond going to be fine for that final position. 8th is going to be the last points paying spot. Dinger would love just to stay ahead of Richmond. I just don't think it's going to happen. But you got to keep this in mind too. As of right now, Colt Curry knocks out Jonathan Nance from the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I would love the drama of someone outside of the chase bumping someone out, honestly.
Because Kevin Jordan, he got stage points. He's out as of now, but he's going to get a lucky dog. I don't know. That's even I don't know. Because Matt has a good enough lead, so I think Jordan will be on the lucky dog. And he's going to be, in terms of points, he's ahead of Connor right now. But, Nance is still about 20 points back of Connor.
Yeah.
So Nance really can't move anywhere.
I haven't really found, oh god, Harmon just about lost it. How's he keeping up with all that damage on his car? I haven't been able to go watch.
Kevin Jordan, I mean, he's in the rear. He's right behind Connor, but I can't imagine he's pushing too hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't if I was him. Like Qwins, we're about to have a good race for second. Qwins was looking on the outside of Ethan. Tony was looking on the inside.
Yeah, Tony going to keep it for now.
Yeah, Ethan might skate away with it, maybe. Depends on if he can keep these corners together.
McEwens may skate away from it. Yeah, he will. Pass Tony with 2 to go.
Nice. Now
All
can
right.
he hunt down Ethan?
I doubt it. What do we got in the chat?
Yeah, it looks like Ethan's going to hold on a second, but Colt's going to come away with a
Oh,
nice...
he hit the wall, though.
Maybe not.
And
Qwins might get it.
Gonna take it. That's gonna knock down the points lead to 5. But Ethan did lead some laps. I don't think Qwins has led a lap yet, so I think it's still gonna be 6. It's gonna be close. I mean, as long as Ethan is ahead of Qwins though. I think as long as Ethan is within 4 spots of Qwins, he's gonna win the championship. But yeah, as long as Flanagan is 4 above Qwins, he's gonna win the championship.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. Like this is gonna be one of those things. Like that last restart was kind of, or the last stage. Like the restart was iffy. Leaders lost their spots, so like just the same thing happened here. Does Ethan get sent? Does Qwin send him knowing he needs to beat Ethan to win the championship?
All right.
Or does Ethan block like you say he will and make sure Cole wins the race?
I think
that would be a great
Ethan's...
turn of events. It'd be interesting because I don't think he will. I think he will at the end of the race. Like if he has the chance to pass, he'll pass.
No.
The only person I would like lay over for to let win would be a teammate. If they're not a teammate, nah, I'm going around.
They're working with each other though. They're friendly. So I think the only thing Ethan cares about, in my opinion, right now, is staying ahead of Qwins.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, points as of this moment. Colt knocks out Jonathan Nance.
Oh, would that be a turn? I don't know. I mean, if I'm Ethan, do I want to see Colt in the playoffs? Because Colt, like, honestly, usually runs pretty decently.
I mean, Colt's had an amazing turnaround.
Yeah, he just happened. I mean, occasionally he'll overdrive and wreck himself out or something. But by and large, he runs pretty well, and that's not a person I would want to, like, see get in the playoffs and then get their stuff together.
But he's had his stuff together for a few weeks. All right, so let's go to Colt, for example. Colt. He's had 1 top 5 and 2 top 10s. What?
Colt has?
I thought it was... I could have sworn I had interviewed him more than once. Oh, okay. So think about this, right? The stats don't show it, right? And we didn't really see anything of Colt really until Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte, I think, was a pretty good turnaround. He ran really well the whole race.
I mean, I'm, not to crap on Colt or anything, but, it's going to sound like it. He was doing awful up to that point. He hadn't really finished really decent outside of Iowa. Everywhere else was pretty mediocre. He
How did he run
ran.
at Iowa?
Yeah, he got, I think, like, he got a bunch of bonus points and finished, like, I think, like, 7th or 8th. But, you know, he got to Charlotte, was running really good, wrecked. He got to Talladega, nearly won the thing, finished 2nd. Auto Club was leading again, wrecked. I mean, if he don't wreck, he's good. I mean, he wasn't really wrecking before, but, you know, he's been a threat in the lead pretty much this race and the last 3 races.
I mean, is this? I mean, if I'm Ethan again, is this really the person I want to let get hot at the right moment and then come into the playoffs and run it? I'd be trying to keep him out. I'd be trying to win.
Yeah, but he might be trying to make a friend. I don't know.
You are a better soul than me, Joe.
It's not that I'm a better soul. It's just that I'm just telling you the way I think it is. And I don't think Ethan passes Colt.
We're gonna see how this restart goes with Kewins being so close.
And you know what? I'm gonna ask Ethan if he gets interviewed. Was he just faster than you, or were you being a little easy on the guy? And if he says that Colt was genuinely faster, then you know what? So be it then. I mean, Colt has the speed, so
I don't think if Ethan doesn't get by him in the early onset of the run, he won't later on. That's just been his trend. Fast on the, at least for tonight. Fast on the, oh God, Harmon.
And fast and bender. That could bring out a caution though, maybe. Will not.
Nah, they're off the track. Harmon saved it pretty well, and I think Fastbender just got off the track in time. I'm sure he wished he didn't.
Harmon got loose, got hit by the 2, and then what happened with Fastenbender? Fastenbender just lost it on his own. Got a little help from Kolb.
Yeah, fresh tires, cold tires.
Yeah, it does that.
Tough track. Oh God, who just got loose? Was that Kewins?
Oh, Kewins and Chase, and big flash on the back straightaway. No caution.
Oh, that killed it.
No caution. Still no caution. Kewins is around. 2 cars are in the fence, and now the caution comes out.
Jeez. I don't think I'm supposed to just throw cautions, but I was about ready to throw one.
All right. Now, with Kewins wrecking, that could give it to Ethan.
Yeah, that just saves Ethan because Kewins got a lot of damage from that.
All right, let's see what happened here.
Oh, Kewins had it saved.
Kewins had it saved, came out in front of Chase.
Yeah, there's nothing Chase can really do.
Poor him.
He can't slam on the brakes quick enough to get the car to not run over Kewins.
Bo Dinger, he might be out too.
That's it. Ah, dang it. I wanted
John,
to see
John
Bo
Nance got through it.
Oh, that was tough. That took out a lot of good cars.
I'll tell you.
Simone. I think the only 2 people to make clean through that were Simone and Nance. Everyone else got a little bit of damage.
Yeah, a lot of people got a lot of damage too.
Yeah, it was bad.
Probably the best thing that could happen for Harmon and Fastenbender. I'm going to tell you this though. Jonathan Nance is happy.
No, he's the real.
He has a chance to save his season
that was?
Oh yeah.
Meatballs from that one. Bo Dinger, Zach Bucher, Kewins, and Fords.
Yeah, that makes sense. Kevin Jordan back on the lead lap. He's happy too.
Yeah, Nance is thrilled right now because that killed a lot of fast cars, and he needed and this might give him
a chance to save his season.
Yeah.
He's still out of the playoffs right now. Where did you say Connor got blacked?
No, Connor is
he's
saved. Nothing.
So Connor's 11th. Jordan got stage points, so.
But we said Nance's biggest problem was Bo Dinger. Because Nance is 15th.
Yeah.
And Bo Dinger was 16th. But Bo Dinger just got meatballed.
Yeah, so I mean Nance, he's fine. he'll still be in 15th. He wants to get to 14th. The problem is, if he passes Connor, let's say theoretically that Connor were to fall. Give me 1 second. So Connor, if Connor fell to 15th, Malarkey would take 16th. And then if Colt won, he'd put it to 14th. He needs to pass Kevin Jordan. Connor doesn't matter. He needs to pass Kevin Jordan. Kevin Jordan got stage points.
Honestly, Nance's only problem is fast spinner now. Well, hold on. Bodinger, he's a lap down. Q-Wins went a lap down.
I mean, here's the deal.
Bo's still sitting in there.
I gotta get up and fix my chair real fast. But here's the thing. I mean, Connor is not Nance's problem. His two problems are Colt and it's Kevin Jordan. The problem for Kevin Jordan, for Nance, is that Kevin got stage points, Nance didn't. So, theoretically, with the amount of cars that are on track, Nance can't catch Jordan at this point. So I think Jordan...
But I also don't think anyone's going to catch Nance. I think Nance is safe. So I think even if Colt or one of the people below the line wins...
No, he's not safe.
But you said the top 16 takes it, right?
Yeah, but Malarkey is out of the playoffs too.
Yeah, so if Nance is ahead of Dinger...
He has a win, though. So Malarkey will take 16th.
Ooh, will we
Colt would take 15th.
Malarkey didn't quit for the season, right? Is he just out for tonight?
He's been out for a few races, but we're not going to be doing anything for it. So what needs? He has, I believe, the amount of participation needed. So unless something changes, I mean,
you have to run how many races?
He's at participation with his provisional.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, green flag.
Nance might be in trouble.
Nance needs a win, period. But I'm going to tell you, the way Nance has been driving right now, I don't think he has the speed to win. I mean, as much as we all like Nance, I don't think he has the speed to win.
Tony. So say Ethan wins. Ethan's already in the playoffs. Is Nance then safe?
Nance would then be safe.
Okay, so Nance has to pray that Colt does not win this.
Yeah, Colt can't win. The other cars that would theoretically remove him would be Simone.
Oh, fast spinner's going around.
There goes one. It's a little tap from Connor, but he's all right.
Yeah, he should be good.
Oh, what happened there? Did he just? Oh, he
McComas just
locked up a bit.
A little bit.
Locked up a bit, spun him around. A little tap from Connor. I don't think that would give him a meatball.
Nah, he's safe. I don't see any.
Yeah, so. I think with confidence I can say that Ethan's going to be the champion.
Yeah. I don't think there's any
How many
doubt
laps down
that.
is Kuhns? Flanagan going down pit road. Man, this is curry.
4 laps down. And he has not come back on the track yet, so he might be kind of done.
Now here's what gets me. We didn't really run a lot of green flag laps. Surely they'd have enough on fuel. I don't know why it's saying Colt's in the pits.
What is it? It's we're at 160. We're going to 225. I'm not a math person. That's not what my degree is in.
So Ethan's the only one. Like Richmond came down pit road. Warman came down pit road. McComas.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you should. I mean, if they could not make it before, you're gonna make it now, because you've only got like 60-something laps left.
I mean, look at the stints though. I mean, they've run 17 laps, and a lot of that's been under caution.
A lot, and you're saving a lot of fuel on a track like this. You can coast the majority of it, honestly.
I don't agree with the strategy to come down.
Yes, Thomas, I am a teacher, which is why I understand that you used the wrong version of your.
They can not make it on.
You are a teacher.
They cannot make it on fuel, says Bobby.
I would. I mean, you'd have to save a good bit.
So it's 85 laps to the end, and I can imagine that these guys have been saving the whole time.
You
No,
could go probably 80 plus, so we'll see.
I mean, can't hear Colt's car running right now.
Mine would. I mean, at this point, I don't care if I need to save fuel or not. I'm doing it out of reflex at this point. I've raced so long.
Arca has gone green to checker 95% of the time. Yeah, Arca races are shorter though. I'll say that
Yeah.
though.
Thomas, I wrote papers in college. I didn't do math in college. That's why I can't do it very well. My wife is the math person.
All right, I missed some chats. Let's see what we got. Colt really got his stuff together at Auto Club. It was an absolute blast. 3 wide. Connor says his feet hurt.
Connor says his feet hurt.
I guess.
What is he typing?
No, I missed it.
I was gonna say, how you type? I mean, I get it's a caution, but I can't do both.
Bobby says if they catch another caution, they can make it. So.
Do you think Colt's betting on that? I mean, I
would say
don't
that's
like,
a realistic possibility.
Yeah, I don't know.
Put it this way.
I would have pit, honestly. I would have pit for the fuel at least, because tires probably didn't make as big of a difference. They don't
No.
fall off as much. They didn't run that many green flag laps. I would want safety in knowing I can make it, even with a green-white checker.
Here's the problem, though. Ethan can afford to pit. Colt can't. Colt.
Ethan has nothing to lose.
Colt's not going to want to move up and try to pass 10 people. I don't think Colt's the fastest guy right now. He's a top 5 car, but you know, you could argue maybe Tony's faster, maybe Harmon is quick. Kevin Jordan, I'm interested to see where he goes. Yeah, Nance is in second, but I don't know. He just Tony nearly hooked him. That would have been the summary of Nance's season right there.
God, can you imagine? I would have had to go mute somebody. I know it. Oh, Warman. I thought he was about to kill Jordan. Kevin's running pretty good for such a damaged car.
Yeah,
he's this far up.
And Nance is in second. Tony loose. Oh man, it's gonna get going here in a sec.
Doors. Now see, Nance is not gonna let Colt run up there.
No, Nance needs to win.
Yeah, these are two guys that need to win, and I am for it. I love this.
I just don't know how Nance is gonna be because he was running sub top 10.
The yellow flag is out.
Takes and Warman. Oh no. Well, there goes Warman, and Horns is already damaged, so
that car snapped around pretty quick.
Honk. Didn't look too bad though. I think
nah,
they both should be fine. Yeah, and you know what? There's that caution that Colt wanted.
I'm dying to see Nance and Colt go at it.
Yeah. Nance, maybe he was sandbagging. I don't know. He was not doing quite well. He's stuck sub top 10 for most of the race. So I'm going to be interested to see what he does.
I mean, I guess as you get through the pack, the dirty air, I guess theoretically is not as bad, right? Because there's not as many cars to mess everything up for you.
Yeah, I mean that is. Yeah.
Maybe his car's just going to handle better.
Susan in the chat, that would have ticked me off. Yeah, if Tony would have straight lined Nance.
I would have been pretty ticked off, not gonna lie. I have no qualms in this. None of them are my teammates or anything. But that was a tough lockup.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, it would have been a summary of Nance's season, honestly,
God.
because Nance has been taken out so many times.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of races this season, and he's had more bad luck than most drivers deserve in a season.
I
Like
don't know, man.
we're all
If
we're
he
all guaranteed a
does,
couple of races of badness, but he's had his more than his fair share.
well, hopefully, maybe it'll end in the playoffs then. Getting it out of the way early, but I don't know. Watch, like he'll win a couple races and be out of the playoffs.
Honestly, I just always. Hold on, I gotta fix a black flag.
All right, well, let's see who has skin in the game, who does not. Colt and Nance need a win. Barkley. Tim Harmon, by the way, spun out. Now he's in fourth. Back up to the front, Tim Harmon. The next person in line that would need a win to advance would be Mike Simone. Kevin Jordan, I'd say at this point, is safe. Ethan moved up 2 spots. I think next caution we're gonna go to a commercial probably.
That's fine. Qins had a black flag for passing under yellow, but he was lucky dog, and I didn't see anything odd. He was supposed to pit. I can't let him sit around and wait for pace car and not catch the field.
Kuhn's is 6 laps down too, so I think the only way that Kuhn's comes away with the championship is if Ethan gets wrecked out.
Where's he running right now? I want to see how he goes through the field.
Kuhn's 17th, but you gotta keep this in mind too.
No, Ethan. Qins
he's in 9th.
praying
He's
something
in
happens. He better hope Ethan is like put into the barrels or something. That is his chance to win this title.
Yeah, I think
Because even if he won the title, he'd have. There's no way because Forns is on the track still, Qins is on the track still, Bucher, but Bo is not.
I don't know. I think
So even if Ethan wrecks out, Qins, I don't
more
think he'll
people
get
would
enough
have to wreck
spots to
out
win.
too. More
Yeah.
people would have to wreck out too. So it'd have to be Ethan and multiple other cars.
I'd be begging people, like asking Isaac, please PM somebody, make them come back and run some laps. I need him to finish farther down.
I mean, it's a stretch, but Ethan needs to wreck first.
Yeah, again, if I'm Ethan, I'm just chilling. I don't need to win. I don't need to push any more.
He can literally finish. He just needs to finish ahead of
that's good.
Kuhn's.
At this point, with Qins so far down,
Who knows? I mean, he could get 6 cautions and 6 lucky dogs, but that's probably not going to happen.
and he's going to send it 3 wide. Oh, that's a
Well,
brave man.
Hey, I appreciate it
I'll
though.
give that.
I appreciate it though. He did it good. Good job, Ethan. And 3 wide again. We got Stephen McComas, the teammate, following along with him. And 3 wide also behind here. Richmond getting real close to Connor.
Oh, God. Oh, Kevin
Kevin
Jordan.
Kevin Jordan.
Barkley is loose.
Gonna save it. Barkley.
Barkley.
Oh, Mike Simone and Connor Darnell. Oh boy.
Oh, the north-southness of it. Barkley almost saves it, but when he does save it, it rips back to the right, kills Mike Simone. More north-south on north-south crime.
Well, let's see what happened here.
They
Kevin
both just
Jordan
lost
got
to go into the
loose.
corner. Well, actually, no. Barkley might have
It looks like he
touched
tapped
Harmon a
Harmon.
little
Tapped Harmon. Nearly took Ethan out.
bit.
Was
Yep.
very
Connor
close
got
to
it
that.
pretty good. Colb got it a good hit in.
I think Warman's fine.
And now we have 2 meatballs, Darnell and Warman.
Warman, yeah. At least Mike's okay.
Oh, God, that was...
All right, we're gonna check pit road, see if anyone comes down, and then we'll go to commercial break. Looks like
It's
a
going to be
couple
damaged cars at this point, I think.
Pass them. Not everybody's damaged.
I think we've reached the point that Colt can probably make it on fuel, so he's just going to stay out,
Yeah, for sure.
say a
All right.
prayer.
Final commercial break. We're green the rest of the way on the Southern Broadcast Race Network.
The first thing that's really worked for me to put me to sleep.
Helps relax me when I'm trying to go to bed.
All just really spectacular.
It also helps you put yourself into a routine.
I feel like I'm drinking lemonade. You guys give it a shot.
It works! It works! It's good!
Just try it.
The search is over. The most comprehensive oval scoring solution is here. Featuring oval playoffs, adjust drivers per round, custom number of rounds, custom playoff points, provisionals, optional win and you're in, custom playoff displays, rookie championships, optional minimum participation, and load those results in seconds. Visit extremescoring.info today.
All right. Back again. Wondering where Davey went to. Davey. Where is the Davey? Where did Davey go? I hope we didn't lose him. Yeah, I'll tell you, Ethan. I'm gonna watch him on this restart because moving up real good with those tires, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough for him. Here we go, green flag.
Ah, sorry, I had to go fix Warman.
Warman. All right. Well, Colt, bad restart. Nance to the lead.
Yeah, that is not what Colt wanted to see right now. But maybe he can dip back under him.
Oh, he's gonna go right under. Great run on the back straightaway and right over Nance. Looking through everyone else here real fast. You know, got a couple cars side by side. Nance sits in second. Ethan looking on the high side up to fourth now. Uh-oh, Ethan in the wall.
Caution, yellow flag.
And the caution flag is out. Oh, Harmon, don't
And then
get
Harmon's
wrecked.
wrecking out. Oh, geez. At least, okay, he's pretty safe.
What was that caution for? I don't even see the cause. Oh, it was behind these guys. Matt Richmond just lost it on the entrance.
Yeah, at least he. Oh, okay, never mind. He didn't save it. I kept watching.
Bucher nearly wrecks himself. I want to see what happened with Ethan also, because Ethan. Oh yeah, Harmon got loose and walled Ethan. Ethan stays out, so yeah, no meatballs off of that one. A couple cars do head down pit road. It's going to be Frey, Medlin, Fastenbender, Jordan, Richmond. Steven and Flanagan. Simone is on a 119 lap run right now. Huh?
I'm sorry, who?
Simone, he's on a 119 lap run.
Good God, Pit, my man. You can afford it. There's a lot of dead people right now.
Could go tell him that. Unless the data's wrong.
Yeah, on that last restart, Colt just went to the wrong gear. He didn't get down to the second and just couldn't go anywhere.
So Steven right now is on the best tires up near the front. Kolb might have taken tires there. I'm not sure. He could have been fixing damage. Barkley, same deal.
Honestly, this has been
Bray,
pretty. This last stage has not been great. There's been a lot more cautions than I wanted to see.
I mean, there's not a lot of wear.
Not really. I'm not sure tires would have. I mean, I guess if you're in back, why not? You ain't got nothing to lose. The problem for Nance was in that last restart is that Nance got a black flag.
Thing I'm worried about is the rears
from that restart. Now, he didn't do anything wrong. I mean, I can't. I mean, because the iRacing rule, you can't jump and start, but he didn't. He waited. Colt went before he did. Problem was for Colt is that because he was in the wrong gear, it never registered that he was going, and Nance got a black flag. But I went ahead and I cleared that one. That way, yeah, that's not on Nance. I'm not going to punish that
gave the
man.
position back. All right.
Yeah, there was no change there.
All right, so the only thing I'm worried about is the rears, because they're firing off from second gear so many times.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's. I mean, everyone but Colt apparently. I don't think it's that bad. I think we'll be safe.
I mean, I'm gonna put it this way: Nance, Harmon, and Curry, they've pretty much made their beds at this point.
Yeah, but I think they're safe. I mean, again, your thinking was Ethan never tries to pass Colt. So if Ethan gets up to second, Colt has nothing to worry about, right?
I mean, Harmon's still fast and Nance is still fast, though.
Yeah.
You got to worry about those
up there
two.
In fourth? What a turnaround. Wasn't he like... I think he was the first guy to get lapped. What a nice turnaround.
Like, Thomas has good tires right now. I don't think he's going to be fast enough to win it. But
nah, I mean, I'm just happy that he had such a good turnaround.
Yeah, Mike's in 6-2 with some damage. I think McComas can have a good day. He's out of the playoffs, but who knows? Maybe he'll get lucky. All right. Oh boy, we are coming down to 40 laps to go in the regular season. All right. Here we go.
Green flag.
Another bad restart for Colt. Just got crammed in the rear by Harmon. But we'll get the advantage off the bottom and clear. So he'll be okay for now, but I'm interested to see what happens with Ethan. McComas goes high and falls back. Ethan has a little bit of damage, but Harmon and Nance are going to be especially tough to get around. I don't think they give Ethan an inch.
No, there's no room is going to be given this late in the
goes
race.
Nance, and Harmon's going to get around Nance, and yeah, Harmon going to get around him.
At least he kept it straight-ish. He didn't hit the wall, didn't fall back. It's something you can recuperate from and still save your season.
Yeah, I mean, you got probably the second fastest car on track right now, Ethan right behind him.
Yeah, and on fresher tires. Not again, it doesn't matter much, but something's better than nothing.
Yeah. Oh, Harmon!
There goes Harmon. No caution though.
Harmon to the inside, and I think he hit the wall. Oh man, I bet he just got loose. Car stepped out, wiggled, and I bet they both had a little bit of a moment.
Man, once this car gets sideways, once it bobbles, there's just no coming back.
Harmon back 13th now, and Colt running away. He's gonna run away like he stole it.
Yeah, he has the lead right now to just chill
Simone
out.
just running the top. Oh my goodness.
Colt just has to watch his line. Don't overdrive it. Don't kill the right front. And he'll be safe.
Barkley just walled it like a man. Looked like he may have gotten frightened a little bit.
I was just on him because his connection was dropping a little bit.
Yep.
But maybe he's reaching over to fix something. Oh God!
McComas in the wall. Yeah.
God.
Kolb though found his way up to 5th. I haven't noticed him pretty much all day.
Yeah, he was kind of in the same boat as McComas. He just ran around the back for a while. He got lapped at one point, so I'm glad he's turned it around.
They're coming Jordan back to 4th, so he's going to be good.
What another turnaround. This is a lot more people have come up front and recovered better than I thought they would have.
That
I'm
is
wondering
true.
if Tony can come up through these next couple, because Tony's been fast the whole race.
Yeah, Tony, I
Colt?
think, is a top 3 car right now.
Colt just got real loose. Something happened.
Colt?
Yeah, he just lost
wow.
a ton of time.
Nance gonna look bottom. Oh, man,
Yeah,
this
he
is
just
gonna
got
get
loose off
ugly.
too.
Oh, no. Oh, no. He's getting in his head. Side by side down the backstretch. Caution!
Oh, come on! I was winding up to be such a good run.
I want to see what happened to Colt, though, because that definitely got in his mind right there. I want to see what happened, and then we'll look at the caution. Oh, yeah, he just
Who was
got loose off of, off the corner.
Who wrecked it?
Let's see.
Oh,
Justin.
that was Barkley. Oh, my. That was horrendous.
Let's see what happened. Oh, big snap.
That was a hard hit.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Yep, he's done. He alt F4'd out of this one.
I feel like he was just like, you know what? This sucks. I'm just gonna kill it. He
let's see the cockpit view. Yeah, just overcorrection.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the second time he's done that. I feel like at that point, if it's that, maybe that's something I have to train myself to do in these cars. You know, if I move up next season,
Down
is
pit
to
road
just once the
again.
car goes, just let it go and turn left.
Ethan down
'Cause
pit road again.
Who is?
Ethan.
Ooh, that's brave.
I mean, where was
And a
he
lot of
before?
cars stayed out. I mean, I don't know. We still have I don't know. On one hand,
Mike, what are you doing, Mike?
on one hand, we don't have a lot of laps left. Which one? Simone?
Yeah, he there's no way he's been out there 132 laps. Ain't no way.
I think he's pitting. He's pitting.
Well, you should have pit the first time by Michael.
Oh, God. So on one hand, Ethan pit, and I think a lot of cars stayed out. So he has much fresher tires. But the problem is that if we keep going like this and we get a caution every 3 or 4 laps, he's never going to be able to use those tires to get through the pack.
The wheel snapped, according to Bobby. All right. Well, pit strategy. Kevin Jordan, Brian Medlin, relatively new tires. I mean, the benefit for Nance and Colt is if these cautions keep happening, they might be fine. They don't want a long run and then a caution to happen.
Hold on, I'm trying to work on a black flag real quick.
We're at 30 to go. How many of these have been under caution? You know what? Well, let's check. Results, laps. So, you know, let's just go to Curry. So we had a caution at 140. You know, ran a bit, ran about 5 laps, caution. Ran our 2, caution. Ran our, like, 3. And, I mean, we've maybe run about 15 green flag laps, I'd say about, to be fair. So 15 green flag laps, and Jordan, he's probably run about maybe 5 on those tires, maybe a little bit more, maybe like 8. So I don't know, it's going to be interesting.
Oh, what a flurry of activity fix. Where's Ethan at? 6th? Ooh, okay, he's not as far back as I thought he was. He might be sitting pretty. If he won again, I think he's going to try and win it. I don't think he's going to let Colt win.
Ethan doesn't believe in his tires, I don't think. Fair enough.
My thing is that apparently these cars do not... Hold on, more people are complaining.
Wang. All right, what do we got here? Well, Hurry and Nance trying to win their way into the playoffs. Curry
Green flag, green flag.
will lead them down. Green flag back. Kevin Jordan on the rear. Mike Simone slow in the rear of the field. Curry go down low and will clear Nance again. Back up to the front straightaway. Curry leads him down. Ethan going to try the high side out. It's going to take him a minute, but I think he'll get going really fast in a minute. Kevin Jordan looking under Prey.
Ooh, Harmon just about runs over the back of Medlin.
Yeah,
This is going to be a
man,
good stretch to the end.
Richmond just flew it up there. He's managed to get around some people.
Oh, God. Nance looked. This is a little bit too late.
If I'm Curry, I'm hoping that Kevin Jordan is stuck
Oh, Ethan got loose off the corner.
by Tony as much as possible. Don't discount John Nance on a long run.
No, I am confident, and the run honestly is not even that long. I'm confident Nance can stay up there and possibly get around him.
I'll tell you, Curry is shaking right now. He has to be shaking.
If he can just stay, if he looks out the front windshield and just drives, he'll be fine. But if he starts to mirror drive, he's going to lose it.
I mean, this is the fourth time that
Ethan's
that person
spin Harmon. Oh, God.
Richmond slow, too. Richmond real slow. But, you know, this is the fourth time. Your first win. Been right in front. You know, you've not... I mean, you saw Talladega, guys. You know, taken from his grasp on the last lap. You saw Charlotte wrecked from the lead. You saw Auto Club wrecked too.
Kevin Jordan rubs the wall a little bit. Tony might get around him. I think he'll manage it.
Well, the fourth time be the charm. Mike Simone apparently has crashed. No caution, but let's see what happened to Mike really fast. Ooh, caught the apron and looped it into the infield and locked it down, but yeah, that's surprising that was not a caution.
I guess there just wasn't enough cars behind him to throw it.
Ethan,
I mean,
oh man, almost took out Kevin.
But we saw earlier, Q-Wins was completely turned around, and iRacing didn't throw a caution, so
it took a long time for
It was just
that
a bad
one.
night for the flagman. Yeah,
And Barnes,
Cole just needs to look out the windshield, keep the line you've been running.
if you want an idea of what it looks like from Cole's rearview mirror, that Toro logo looking pretty close. Still keeping it in fourth gear, though. I don't know. Maybe it's something that's saving it. Oh,
Ned's loose.
Oh,
that's around. Oh, Harmon. Oh, there goes Harmon.
Oh, Harmon in the wall. Big cram for Harmon.
No.
I just was watching the gearbox. Oh man, wow.
Need to have a talk.
Oh man. Ram. I don't know if
again it's just overcorrect straight into the wall. It's a north-south trend.
Oh dear, and you know.
Oh.
Well, look, he was. And Bucher apparently had an incident too. Hang on, let's go to Bucher too. Yeah, Bucher hit the wall that time, dropped his bumper, and then Mike comes around. We'll say he cut a tire. Spins around. He's right in front of the leaders. No caution come out until Harmon's in the wall pretty much.
Yeah, Bucher destroyed his right front. Good lord.
Down pit road comes Nance. And you know what? That's scary if you're Colt now. All right, well.
Ooh, Nance did pit. Oh, that's brave. With almost 15. What, 15? Yeah, it's we'll see where he restarts.
Ethan now is third. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Well, the bets are on to see if Ethan.
Is Tony good on points? He's good on points, right?
He's good.
Does he have a win?
No, he hasn't won in forever.
He's gonna. Well, geez, don't rub it in like that, God.
He hasn't won since I've started commentating here.
Word it a little bit more nicely. He's on a dry spell. Something.
He hasn't won since I started commentating here.
I mean, I think he's got fresher tires than Colt does, And again, I don't think he's going to be one to just let Colt win to get him into the playoffs. I think Tony wants to win.
Oh, especially, yeah. I mean, okay, let's take a look at our little board here. So Frey's been out for 28 laps. And granted, Colt doesn't have 40 lap old race tires. It's more like about 15, maybe 10. Flanagan probably a couple laps better than Frey.
Nance looks like he's restarting sixth. Outside lane, honestly, if there's a place I have to restart, I'd rather be the outside so you have more lanes to choose from.
So if
I do
Colt
think
wins,
he's faster. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this: if Colt wins this race, Brandon picked a bad day to go dirt racing. He's Colt's biggest fan. He's his biggest fan. Well, 15 laps to go.
I think Nance, if Nance can make pretty quick work of Macomas and Medlin, which I think he can because I think he's a good bit faster than those two. I think he'll be in a good spot.
You
But
gotta keep in mind it takes these tires time to warm up, though.
Yeah, I want to. If he can get past those two quickly before another caution comes out, he has a good chance. But if he stays behind them and another caution comes out, he just won't have enough time.
He's in sixth, so not in the worst spot.
He's pretty aggressive in warming up his tires, and I do not blame him.
I'm
dragging the brake if I'm him. I'm turning like that. I'm going back and forth. Anything to put heat in those tires, because he's going to need everything he can get as soon as he can get it.
We're going to get back to green with 14 to go. Well, we'll see what happens. If you're going to look for some action, well, I think Fancy Pants is going to be the guy to look at. But also, you know, gotta look up at the front. What'll happen with Colt, Tony, Ethan, maybe even Jeff?
Colt better be in the right gear.
He better be. If he screws this up, you know.
Green flag, green flag.
He won't live it down. Green flag.
Oh,
Bad
Ethan's already
start on
diving.
the top. Uh-oh.
Oh.
He's diving, but Colt clears. Oh, he goes
pulled
wide
over,
in the
drove
corner.
it.
Still manages to keep it safe, though. Side by side, Ethan. Oh! Caution is out. Big bump to the 20. I thought he was getting spun for a second there.
I thought for sure Tony was about to ship him into the corner. Oh!
What happened? Harmon just lost
know.
it. He just lost it. Lost it, lock it down. No harm, no foul. Bang!
People, I would like to see this go green. I want to see the finish.
Okay, now, everything's the same as what it was before. Nance stays the same spot. Yeah, no changes in the top 6 at least.
Nah, yeah, because I thought for sure, I applaud Chase for keeping that car straight and not spinning it, because I thought he was about to go around. If that caution doesn't come out, and Colt has to keep turning the car into the corner, you know, to make it,
yeah,
I think he spins it. But because the caution came out, he could just get off the gas and drive it straight and not worry about anything.
Yeah, he cannot afford another bad start like that.
Oh, he can't blow that first corner that badly. Oh.
He was lucky that Ethan was aggressive there, forced Tony to be a little bit more cautious. You know.
Man, I was really hoping that was going to go green.
To steal a quote from Counter-Strike of all games. I remember, if any of you are Counter-Strike fans out there.
The original or 2?
CSGO.
Oh, okay.
If any of you are CSGO fans out there, you remember Olaf Boost in Counter-Strike Global Offensive? You know, I believe it was the second to last round. Happy. You know, had 3 guys in his sights and only got 1.5. You know, lost the round. And I remember the commentator said when he goes to bed tonight, that moment will haunt him as he closes his eyes. And I'll tell you this. If Colt somehow loses this race, it's going to haunt him tonight.
I can 100% agree that's going to happen. Anytime, and it's happened plenty to me, anytime I lose a race for one reason or another, I do not sleep that night, and I wish I couldn't do that. I wish I could just fall asleep and nothing bothered me. But no, I know if I have a bad race, I'm not sleeping that night, and it's miserable. The next day is gonna be bad. I'm gonna be tired and still mad about it.
I'm not going to repeat what's. I'm not going to repeat what Susan said.
That is a Southern saying if I've ever heard one.
All
that
right,
that would easily come out of my mother or grandmother's mouth.
Actually, I hate this track so much. Rafferty says, "Welcome to the junkyard." Difference is he loves this. Bobby didn't love it tonight, though. He didn't love it tonight.
Barkley tore the wall down. If this is real, Barkley has a concussion and the wall needs to be fixed.
I'll
That's
say
like
this:
Ryan Blaney at Daytona levels of hit.
Susan Nance gets the chat of the day. I'll tell you that. Okay. All right. Back to green with 8 laps to go.
Oh, this is gonna kill me. Please
Dude,
just go green.
If I'm Hope, man, I'm shaking so bad.
I think he has a cooler head right now. I think he is comfortable with the fact that he has the speed to be up there. Obviously, he's been up there for forever. If he can clear the restart, he's good.
He has the oldest tires on the track, though, by far.
True.
And that is the one thing working against him. He cannot blow this restart. 8 laps to go. Curry leads him down to the restart zone. Green flag once again. Bad restart from Tony. Colt gets about a car length above from him.
Nance is going to send it 3 wide immediately, and I don't blame him.
Immediately 3 wide.
Oh,
up to
God.
5th.
Oh, he kept it.
Oh, man. Colt, he has everybody up his rear
Oh,
right now.
God.
Ethan up in the fray and
Caution.
Fassbender around.
God,
Caution is out
Killing
again.
me.
And Nance, once again, I don't think he's going to benefit off of anything here. They might give him the spot over McComas.
Ethan, I don't know. We'll see.
Um,
Honestly, Ethan is having this same problem.
Nance?
And I can tell it's wearing on drivers. Because he just did the same thing to Tony that he did to Bobby. It's the same thing he's done all race. He overdrives that corner.
Yeah, I mean,
McComas
overdrove it worse. McComas overdrove it worse, though.
But he got in the... Tony, again, lucks out that he doesn't spin.
Yeah.
But that,
Fassbender
Ethan's got to work on that going into the corner. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again and then apologizing for it and people not get upset about it.
I mean...
doing it once, fine.
To his defense...
But you got to fix that.
The only... to play devil's advocate, the only defense I can give, maybe, is that, you know, you're fighting for a win with a couple of laps to go on a short track, but I don't know. I mean, he did overdrive the corner, though.
But like,
he's lucky that he didn't spin Tony out.
And again, you know, devil's advocate, whatever. But like if that's the first time he had done it, all right, cool, we're racing for a win. But we've been doing this in stage 2.
Yeah.
You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
You don't want to go into the playoffs making people mad when your points are reset, because you will quickly find yourself out on the outside looking in come round 2.
I mean, I'm telling you this too. Colt, he don't look good right now. He does not look good.
He is just praying. Honestly, if I'm him, I'm kind of cheering for the cautions to keep happening like this. I mean, we're only in lap 200. I really don't want to sit here and watch all that. But, I mean, if this is the trend and we keep getting these cautions, as long as he nails the restart, he'll be good.
I mean, the last couple restarts, he's had Tony and Ethan right up his rear.
Yeah,
any more closer and they're touching it. He's gotten hit in the rear a few times. I mean, that Toyota logo is going to be looking a little bit bruised up on the rear.
You said this earlier, and I can't remember. How much older tires does Tony have, or are Tony's tires newer or older than Colt's?
His tires are 39 laps newer. Flanagan's are 52 laps newer.
Ooh.
Now
yeah,
here's granted.
Better hope that these cautions keep happening.
Granted. There's been a lot of cautions.
There has been.
It's not like he has 80 race lap tires over 40.
Yeah, that's fair.
Granted, the fall off's not that bad. We saw, even Bobby running like 40 laps in, had only fallen off about 6/10. So, I mean, you got two dudes up in front. One's never won a race. One hasn't won a race since Relentless became a thing. You'd have to go back to M. days to see when Tony won a race. Ethan, he wants to win. That's it. Medlin, too. He wants his first win. McComas wants his first win. Nance needs to win to get into the playoffs. And in 7th spot, even with the best tires on track, he fell back a spot. He ain't looking good.
Yeah, I mean, again, the caution came out so quick. He had no time to get his tires warm. He was on the outside and never got to really use it to his advantage. Now he's on the inside. So now the problem is you get stuck on this inside line. If I'm him and I get a good restart, I am diving it under McComas in turn 1.
All right.
I am not waiting.
If there's a wreck here that takes out that 20 car, have that finger on the mute switch. 2 to go.
I might go quiet for a few minutes if that happens.
Holt, good restart again. Clears the 6. But
McComas
Ethan
kinda
looks to the
blocked.
inside. Uh-oh. Well,
That goes your theory.
Ethan goes
Oh, Colt's
around,
gonna cross
but
him
Colt's going to go around. Medlin
Medlin's
around
gonna go
2.
around.
Caution, yellow
And
flag.
Colt still leads. And
Oh,
the
God.
6 is going to wreck
Save it,
himself
save it.
nearly.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus,
my goodness.
people.
So Medlin goes around. Nance to 5th. I'm gonna. Yeah, he just got tapped by Kevin Jordan. All right, I gotta go on board with Ethan real fast here. I gotta go on board with Ethan. Where's that cockpit view? All right. Let's watch Ethan on this restart.
Tell you one thing, Nance is thrilled. He got a couple spots. The tires are warm. Sitting a little bit prettier right now.
Holt is unbelievably lucky right now.
I cannot believe he was able to get, to pull the over under.
He was only able to do that because Ethan nearly wrecked himself. He overdrove it and nearly hit the wall.
Yep.
He had to back out. Kuhns, by the way, only 1 lap down.
Well, I mean, when you have 1,000 cautions in the second half of this race, as race control, I'm not thrilled with that. As commentator, a little bit drama filled. I kind of like it. I'm very torn.
I mean, well, how many cautions have we had? Let's pull up our ticket. 14th.
Gee, 14?
14.
Jesus.
And we're on our first green, white checkered.
I'm gonna start calling these guys the Truck Series to keep up with this.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I say that because I'm out of the Truck Series now.
The Truck Series been good, man. We had a good
know.
run going, and then it went
I
to crap.
wish the Truck Series last season had I'm not going to complain about the ending, but the Truck season was rough last year. Gen 4 last season was perfect. That was the best race in the like we had anywhere. I loved it.
I'm wanting to win so bad. Barkley, this track is doo-doo.
Oh, Barkley's just mad that he tore the wall down. And also, his overcorrecting needs work.
All right.
That was extensive.
Nance, or not Nance. Nance, I mean, I think he needs another caution. I don't think he wins it in 2 laps from 5th.
He's going to start behind Ethan. Honestly, I wouldn't. If I'm him, I'm not too sore right now because, I mean, Ethan can be kind of aggressive. Maybe him and Cole get together. Maybe Tony sends it in there 3 wide and pushes everybody up. I mean, honestly, if something goes wrong, Nance is in the perfect spot for him to benefit from it.
I'm going to tell you this right now. If Colt and Ethan ain't talking right now, and there is no agreement between the two,
there's not. Not with that move we just saw.
Then here's what's going to happen.
Wide.
Then here's what's happening. If I'm Colt's, if I'm Connor right now, because I'm assuming Connor is probably in his ear, or if I'm Michael, I think Michael's in there too. Let me see who's in their chat.
Chase, Colt, Connor, Eric.
Chase, Colt, Connor, Eric. Okay. Connor is in Colt's ear right now. I bet. You know, do not give this one up. If you gotta bump and run somebody to do this, if you gotta pull a Bristol 1998, do it. If here's the thing: you better win this race, Colt, or you better wreck yourself trying. Is what he's saying.
There's no second places right now. It's
It's
all or nothing.
Yeah, for him
If you,
right now, it's
the one
win.
time a Ricky Bobby quote works.
It's checkers or records. That's all that is on Colt's plate right now. Anything else,
Green flag, green flag.
can't accept. Green flag. It's about a half car length gap over Ethan, and I'm just interested to see what happens with Ethan. I mean, if I'm Colt and he passes me, you're giving him the chrome horn. Ethan
Yeah,
into the wall just a little bit. Colt leads half a length off the back straightaway. Oh man, Colt. He just needs to hang on for one more lap. White flag this time. 1 lap to go. Colt looking for his first win. Ethan
Nance
runs
is
a
going
bit
to send
high.
it under Tony, so he's right there.
Yeah, Nance doesn't have enough for it though. Colt leads, and there's a wreck behind. Ethan behind Colt for the final time. Colt, he's gonna do it.
He's actually going to get this.
Colt Berry gonna win himself
No
into the
way.
playoffs. Ethan second, Tony
Great
third,
win.
McComas fourth, Kolb fifth. And they wreck behind. I saw Fashionmeter go behind back there. I think Nance wrecked. Nance is out of the playoffs.
Yeah, he tried his hardest. I can't blame him. I mean, he was in a good spot. I think all the cautions just hurt him.
If he had one more caution, maybe he'd have it. He just got bumped.
That was great by Colt. I'm so glad he was able to keep that lead, because I thought for sure Ethan was going to get it.
Getting a congratulatory bump from Connor. And I gotta say that's I'm gonna tell Brandon when he gets back. Picked a bad day to go dirt racing.
Oh man, that was great. I'm glad. That was a good finish. I'm glad Colt was able to race his way in like that. Again, I'm all about the drama of that last win getting you into the playoffs. That was cool to watch. And what a gamble, like staying out on track so long with old tires, less fuel, everything, and still grabs it.
Man, Ethan just didn't have it at the end. He was close, man. I don't think he wanted to wreck a guy on that close to his first win.
Can you imagine if Ethan would have wrecked him coming to the line?
There would have been fireworks.
Yep, I would have had to mute everybody and kick everybody from the server. Chaos would have ensued.
Dual burnouts here.
And honestly, on that I kind of thought Ethan was going to send it going into 3.
Yeah, if I was Colt,
close.
I bet he was sweating bad. All right, let's get our third place finisher, Tony. Had a good run today. Almost had it, but sadly for him, just a little bit off. Tony, how you doing?
No, pretty good, man. How are you?
Well, I mean, you had a close opportunity a few times. It was either just the restarts or the cautions didn't go your way, but I mean, you were consistently fast all day. I mean, tell us about what was going on for you today.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good race. There's a lot of good battling. Kind of messy, but like I was able to keep up with the leaders. If I would have pushed it, I probably could have got around them, but I didn't want to wreck somebody out of a win like that. Got into Colt that little time there. I don't know if I just got in the corner hot or if he broke hit the brakes a little early, but no harm, no foul, nobody got wrecked there. I mean, it was a good race. It was fun.
Fortunately for you, you're in the playoffs. Quite well, by the way. With this finish, probably going to give you a little bit of a boost because you finished above Harmon. You're probably going to beat out Harmon. Probably going to beat out Warman. So they're probably going to be in the top 8. And, that's an important place to be with these 2-round, sessions where there's only a point of separation per position.
Yeah, absolutely. Gained a decent amount of stage points too, so that'll help me out a bit. But yeah, I mean, it was a good night. Congratulations to Colt, Ethan, all the guys that finished up top. Man, it was fun.
You got anything for him, Davey?
Nah, man. That was great to watch. I was a little bit worried when you tapped Colt on the back right as the caution came out. I thought for sure he was about to go around. But no, overall that was a little bit, like you said, a little bit messy in the second half. But there was a lot of good racing all around.
Yeah, I think we kind of expected that, though. You got a lot of guys that are needing the win to get into the playoffs. So obviously they're going to push the issue. Yeah, I tapped Colt there. Good save on his part. Yeah, congrats to him.
All right. Well, what do you got for shoutouts, Tony? Good run for you, and yeah, you're top 8 in the playoffs.
Yeah, shout out to my team, XLD Sports. Most of them, some of them had a rough night tonight, but we soldiered on. Shout out to you guys for doing the broadcast. All of our sponsors, Cutscene Sleep, Ancient World Gaming, GC Cruise Travel, and all of our other series sponsors as well. Jabit PC, Martin Sports, and Exiled Esports.
All right. Well, good job for you tonight. We will see you at the All-Star race. So, how you feeling for the All-Star race?
I
Yeah,
have
you'll be
not
in that.
turned any laps there yet, so should be interesting. Kind of a different track. Don't have a real setup for it, so we're using the baseline setup, I believe. So it's gonna be interesting. Should be fun.
All right. Well, good job tonight. We'll see you at the All-Star race.
All right, thanks, fellas.
All right. We got Ethan down here now. Here's the guy that I have a few questions for. Ethan, how you doing?
Questionable right now. But I don't know.
Questionable.
I made some pretty egregious mistakes tonight. I just want to say that.
All right. So the question I had is, I know you've been working with Colt, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Was there any kind of I thought you was gonna maybe if he was in the position to help him get that first win, but then I saw you charging up at the front. I mean, did you just not have enough time to get around him? Just the tires were too cold?
I could if I put my bumper on him or if I did any of that, but I already have the regular season championship. So, I mean, I just didn't think it was necessary.
Don't need to make an enemy with a lap to go or with going into the playoffs to do.
Well, not necessarily enemies. It's more like Bobby and I. We're friends.
Yeah.
Colt and I are friends, and I don't like wrecking my friends or even making contact with them.
Yeah.
I really, and I just want to apologize to Bobby most because everything going into turn 3 on that one lap just felt really wrong, and I had issues with that corner all night. And I just want to say that was a very stupid move to, be on the inside going into that corner. But I didn't know I really had those issues at that time with my right front locking up. It was just kind of a bad corner for me all night.
Seemed like you were just not as good on the tire saving as some other guys. Because, I mean, I can totally agree with you, Pitton, because on the long runs, it seemed like you're having a little bit of trouble with tires.
In the first run, not in the second run. I was pretty good for about 80 laps on the second run, or like 75. I made a few mistakes on track that let Kuhns get to me, but that was just me. That wasn't the tires. But yeah, I want to congratulate Cole on the win. He did a fantastic job tonight. I mean, with my help or not, he still won this race. All I did was
champion too, regular season champion.
Well, yeah, that's. I felt like I had pretty much. My playoffs are pretty much in the bag whenever it comes to actually making them. So, like I said earlier, I just didn't want to race him. Like the chips are down and I'm gonna wreck you, kind of like stuff. Yeah,
for sure.
It's just yeah.
And I was even saying, if you got past him, I knew for a fact that Chrome Horn was going to come to your rear because he wouldn't. I mean, put it this way. I mean, He would need to do that if you got past him because you were just on such better tires. But congratulations on the championship for the regular season. I mean, it was a close battle between you and Kewins. Only 8 points separation coming into this race, and he managed to come out with it. Kewins had a bad night. So how's that feel?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like we could get the regular season title, but to me, the regular season title really, it doesn't matter too much to me. It's more what I do in the playoffs that really matters. I feel like I haven't really turned it on yet for this season. I need to get better. I feel like I'm not at my full potential yet. Um, I need to do that when the playoffs start. But
All right.
I want to thank my sponsors, F2ER, Sweet Crete, my race team, Ratfink Motorsports. They, I wish Malarkey was here tonight. I mean, he could probably whip us all in terms of like pace and tire saving and
Yep. Well, congratulations on the championship. Congratulations on the second. You got anything from Davey?
No, man, that was a good race to watch. You were up front, the vast majority of the race, worked your way up through the pack a couple times. Um, obviously, that run-in with Bobby was less than stellar.
It was egregious.
But you said that you kept having problems with the entry because I kept noticing you would enter the corner pretty low and then like push up really really high like midway is out. Was that because your right front was locking up so badly?
See, here's the thing. Whenever I would go up, if I entered later, the right front problem would be worse. But if I entered earlier, which is usually my driving style, I like to drive with the shallow entry. It helps my driving a lot, but it was just egregious on my part. I mean, yeah.
All right. Well, good job tonight. Good job on the regular season. We will see you at Twin Ring Motegi next week if you are there.
I will be.
All right, sounds good. Well, we will see you then, and I'll chat to you after the race. Or after the broadcast. If you're
All
still
right.
up. Sounds good.
Have a good night.
All right, have a good night. We'll see you soon.
See you.
All right. Colt. Finally got the win and got it when it mattered most. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
All right. You were the only person that final stage that didn't pit. How worried were you, especially when it was coming to those final couple restarts, where I mean, you had Ethan on your rear, you had Tony on your rear, you were getting bumped, you were getting attempts thrown at you left and right.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was stressed. Shout out Connor, Chase, Eric, all of them for being in there trying to keep me calm. I mean, I don't really know what else to say except for the fact, like, I was stressed when Tony pitted for tires for sure. Because I knew he was gonna like race me hard. Like, he wasn't gonna do anything dirty, but he was gonna race me hard.
All right. But I'll tell you this, like, coming into this race, needing a win, got a little bit of luck too, with some certain people getting taken out. How do you feel going into these playoffs? You've really had a turnaround since Charlotte.
Yeah, I feel like we're starting to get fired up. Motivation always helps. Like, hearing I'm not that fast or that people are faster than me, so that always helps. Charlotte was a big turnaround for sure. We finally started getting going, so I think we're going to be pretty decent if we can get some luck on our side going in these next couple races.
Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about the next race? That's going to be at Michigan.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever run Michigan in a cup car, so
pretty similar to Auto Club, but Auto Club has a little bit more room to move, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be one of those draft dependent tracks, I'm sure. So,
for sure.
It's not really my strong suit. But I guess I'll just have to see.
But hey, the other benefit for you're in the All-Star race.
Hey, I made the All-Star race. That's what's up.
All right. Well,
You proud of me, Davey?
I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled
What,
that you got that win.
what do you got?
Thank you.
I'm unhappy I have to race against you in the All Star race, though.
I'll
Not gonna
tell you
be fun.
this.
Come on.
I'll tell you this, Brand. I said this in the chat. Brandon chose a bad day to go dirt racing.
Yeah, you should have been here.
Oh, he would have been
For
losing
real.
his marbles in the
Yeah.
chat.
I know.
Well, what do you got for him, Davey?
No, man, that was a good race. I was sweating a little bit for you. That last stage when you never pit for tires. Who was it? Ethan was on super new tires. Tony was on super new tires. So I was sweating for you. I felt the stress for you. But I'm thrilled you came out with it. That was a good finish. There were a couple of times your restarts weren't great, but I don't know, the cautions fell in your favor. How'd you
Yeah.
feel? How did you feel when Ethan got around you and you were able to like duck back under him on the back stretch to get the lead back right before a caution came out?
I was stressed. Like I expected to get a better restart than that, and then the next thing I hear is you're 3 wide middle. So
Oh, he sent it.
for sure. I expected him to do it for the most part, but I know he's gonna race me clean because he knew the situation I was in. Right? Like
Yeah.
he wasn't gonna do anything intentional or dirty. He's never raced me like that. So I mean, I was cool. I think this is the most calm I've ever been during a race, not gonna lie. I had some pretty bad restarts there. Like when you came down on our team channel, I wasn't paying attention and I did a restart in 4th gear, so that was
Yeah, I
cool.
noticed that.
Well,
That was very cool.
we got a lot of chats in here. A lot of people happy to see you win. I mean, I'll be honest. I'll always cheer for a first-time winner or someone who hadn't won in a long time. So, you know, we'll see how it goes for you in the playoffs. But I will say this: Tom Stanley says congrats from him, and his prediction for Final Four is going to be Bobby, Ethan, Colt, and Tony. All right.
Colt is on the upswing.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, what do you
Yeah,
got
good
for
D.
shout-outs?
Just shout out to Connor, Eric, my whole team. Thanks to them. I don't say this to bust balls or anything. Massive shout out to Matt Forns. Like, I would not have had a shot at this race tonight had Matt not showed me what he showed me and helped me practice this week.
Yeah, Barkley said you did about 500 laps.
I wouldn't call it 500, but you know, I knew the situation I was in. I knew I was going to have to work to get there. So,
well, you're there now, and we'll see you in the All-Star race. Automatic entry.
thank you. Would you mind moving me to north south?
Yeah, sounds good. It says you. Tom said you did 499.
Thank you.
All right, north south.
It's busy down there.
Yes,
Where's
sir.
north south? There it is. All right, well, that was a heck of a race. I mean, we all you expect to kind of see these races here at tracks like the short tracks essentially.
Yeah.
Always great to see a first time winner. Um, we'll see what happens at Motegi. It's going to be a very interesting race to see what happens there. I'm not sure if I'll be able to compete in it or not. We'll see.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that's not a track many people have gone to.
Yeah.
But I've seen, other leagues
Puts
race
on
there,
good
and
racing.
it looks like a good track.
Make it
I'm
a
excited to
regular
see who
race.
shows up. I've been cheering for that for forever. Now that I'm an Xfinity admin, maybe I can talk Forns into it one time. But
Please.
yeah, I think it'll wind up being a good track.
All right. Well, congrats to Colt Curry and Ethan. Colt for winning the race, Ethan the championship. I'm going to refresh the point standings really quick. I just want to see if they posted or not. They did. Okay, so Ethan will win the championship by 17 points. It's going to be Bobby third, Justin fourth, Andrew Kolb fifth, Zach Bucher sixth, Tim Harmon seventh, Tony Frey eighth, Eric Warman ninth, Matt Richmond 10th, Jeff Medlin 11th, Kevin Jordan 12th, Connor Darnell 13th, Matt Forns 14th, Jonathan Nance 15th, Colt Curry 16th.
So wait.
Now,
nope.
Here's the thing. They have not updated it for the points yet. So, Colt Curry is going to finish in 15th, and Malarkey will be 16th. So, Jonathan Nance is out of the playoffs by
That's what it looks
21
like.
points. So, Bo Dinger, yeah, put a valiant effort into, but just didn't get it. And I'll tell you this, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Colt won when he needed to, and I'm just going to say this: if it wasn't on wins, if it was not on wins, Colt would have made it in by 2 points if
Yeah, I
wins
mean,
did
see,
not matter.
even if he, yeah, I mean, you're right. Even if the win didn't count, he still put on such a good show tonight. He'd have made it in on points. So that's
And
not sneeze that. That's great.
I'm just going to put this out there real quick too. Of all the races that we've had so far this season, we've had 9 different winners.
Yeah, you haven't seen a whole lot of repeat winners. Who is it? Ethan and Connor, and that's it.
That's it.
So I've liked how much parity you've seen in this series. It's kind of nice to see.
Much more than last season. Last season was pretty dominant from 1 or 2 drivers. This has been the best Cup season in probably Relentless history.
Yeah,
Season
it's
1
been
was
a
pretty
good bit.
good. I really enjoyed season 1. Season 2, a little bit of a dominant year. Those happen though, but man, the amount of parity that we've had this year, and I think we still might have a first-time winner or 2 in the playoffs. I mean, talk about this. We had got Kewins, Bucher, Harmon, Tony, Eric, Medlin, Kevin Jordan, Nance. There's a lot of guys that could still win a race.
Oh, easily.
That's going to be all for tonight. I just full screened something that shouldn't have been. Got in my way. All right, here's the final tally for the night. Curry, Flanagan, Frey, McComas. Good job for McComas. Kolb, Harmon, Jordan, Darnell, Medlin, Richmond, Nance, Fassbender, Kewins, Warman, Bucher, Simone, Barkley, Forns, Dinger, Harden, Rafferty, Giberson. That's going to be all for the broadcast tonight. Thank you for Davey for coming in tonight. And congrats to Colt for the win and Ethan on the championship for the regular season. We'll be back tomorrow for ARCA Racing, and then we'll have the All-Star race. I believe that's, yeah, so no Cup race. It's just going to be the All-Star race on Wednesday.
Yep.
But
All-Star race and then a week off.
Everything else is going to be running one more week. You know, we got trucks at Knoxville. I don't know where in New York is going to be the next week after, but then we'll have the Christmas break. So have a good night, everybody. This is Southern Broadcast Race Network. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.